All right, everybody. It is May 3rd, Friday. Time is 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern, and we're getting started with tonight's live stream, which is for the conclusion of the auctions. That is the Sony PVM auctions. I'm really excited to have those finish up tonight. As you can see over my shoulder over here, I've got both the monitors set up. They are on RGB right now in a loop together. And so if you want to go and check out those for one last bid, you can bid for the next hour on those. And again, the links to the actual auction items are going to be in the description of this video. And then also there should be some cards on the video for the auction, and you could go there and place a bid. Currently, the 1351Q is at $185, I believe. Maybe $195, I'm not sure exactly, but we'll check that at the end of the show. And then somebody put a $60 bid on the 8041Q. So that's where we're at with those. If anybody's here, go ahead and let me know if you want to get started on the other items. Before I do, just make sure that you can see I've got some things up here, some directions about shipping. First off, if we're going to go through and have a bunch of PlayStation games to kind of go ahead of time and get warmed up for this auction. And then when if you do buy anything, that's just how the shipping will be. 1 to 3 games, $7, 4 to 6 games, $10, and over 6 games or anything more than that, you get a priority box. The PayPal information is below. And so the PVM models, again, are a Sony PVM 1351Q and then an 8041Q. Okay, so the 1351Q, I just wanted everybody to know I did actually do a little bonus work to it. Today I got in a new cap kit for the power supply unit, and that was every cap on the power supply unit. I've actually got them here, the old ones in a bag, and 13 caps, some really, really big ones. And so I made a video about that because that's something that, a lot of people have problems with their power supply units. That video's not come out yet, but today I finished recapping that power supply unit. It's in the model right now. So this one's geometry's been set. The geometry caps have been replaced on it, and then it's been cleaned inside and out, of course. And also it's got a new cap kit inside on the power supply unit. So it should be good to go for 20 years pretty much. The top one has not had the capacitors replaced in it, but it's from the early 2000s and hasn't really had any troubles yet. So, but anyway, that's those. And so if anybody else wants any more information, please leave a comment, let me know. But maybe we'll go ahead and get started with some PlayStation stuff. If anybody wants to, again, bid, the starting bid will be pretty low. I'll announce each one. I'll put the item up for a couple minutes. I've also got down here a little PlayStation 1 portable, so I could just throw one of the games in and let you guys see it in action a little bit, and then you can bid while we're doing it. We'll only do it a couple minutes, and so to bid, just type in the amount of money. And again, if you're international, you would be paying extra for shipping, but maybe we can do something. Otherwise, everything else is for the United States. And again, if you are a Patreon member and you're on the $10 a month or better pledge, you don't pay for any of the shipping for any of the games in this pre-show. All right, at 7:05, we got about 13 people in here. At least that's what it says on my screen. Probably more, a couple more than that maybe. But we are going to go ahead and get started now with some auction items, if everybody's all right with that. We'll go ahead and start. I'm going to go ahead and turn this thing on, and we'll see how it looks as it fires up. The first things I've got here is a little bundle, and this is what I call the arcade bundle. These are all in really great condition. First, you've got a Qbert copy, black label, complete. You got Pong, black label, complete, and then a Namco Museum 3, black label, complete. And so the first bid is for all 3 games. They work great, again, and they're not worth a ton of money, but we're going to go ahead and start the bid off. If anybody's interested in, just type it below. And for the 3 games, we've got a starting bid of $8 if anybody's interested. All you have to do is type in $8, and this nice, clean jewel case bundle could be yours. No, Cybrisk, you didn't miss anything. I think you're still in the lead, buddy, for the 1351. I was just telling everybody, I don't know if you heard, I'll hold these up for another minute in case anybody wants them again. $8 bid. If not, I'll just pass them on to the next thing in a minute. But yeah, the 1351Q, I actually went and recapped the power supply unit 2 today, and it's got about 2 or 3 hours I've been letting it run back here, and it looks great. It works wonderfully. So anyway, I'm not seeing much action for Qbert and Pong and Namco. It's all right. Just thought that maybe somebody interested. Anyone? Again, the Namco Museum. These are multiplayer games. If anybody's into multiplayer, there's not a whole lot of multiplayer games that are that great on the PlayStation. But let's see, the Namco does have Dig Dug and Pole Position 2, Miss Pac-Man, Galaxion, Phozon, and Draga, whatever that one is. I've never heard of that. And then you got Qbert, and then like multiple Pong. Yeah, well, I won't send any, so anybody knows, if you do ever buy a PVM, I won't be sending it out without ever recapping it. Okay, so I'm going to put these up for now, and maybe we'll move on to something else. I don't know. I mean, maybe no one's too interested in the games and just wants to come hang out. That's cool, too. I just thought I'd try something different. But unfortunately, most of my really high-end PlayStation 1 games have been sold at shows. Now, let's try something else here. Okay, I got a really clean copy of something that is pretty fun. Star Wars Rebel Assault 2. Okay, this is a 2-disc set. And go ahead and get it running there for a minute. 2-disc set. Hey Brandon, if you want, I mean, I could. I'll break that up later. If after let's go through this item. I can go back to it. I mean, I could sell it to you individually. If you buy something else too, it'd be nice. But throw it in with it. Oh, let's try not to get some glare on this case. It's a super shiny 2-disc set, and again, it's kind of a fun game. Star Wars Rebel Assault 2: The Hidden Empire. It's got a lot of full motion video in it. It looks great on PVMs, and I probably should have it hooked up to the PVMs, but it was kind of a hard thing to get it back there and switch it around a lot. But again, 2-disc set, everything works great, full manual, 1 player, and the starting bid for this game, I have it down as a $6 start for this 2-disc set, only $6, beautiful jewel case, and a lot of fun. Definitely worth $6 for your time. I don't know if anybody has this game or has played it before. It's pretty fun. But I'll leave this up here for a minute. Let's take a look at maybe some of the art. The manual's in pretty decent condition. It's not gem mint, but it's in good enough condition. Still has the registration card there. So, I mean, as a collector's item, I did put down kind of like the values of these things, and they were a lot higher than what I'm actually starting them at. This game can sell at least $13 to $15 all day on eBay. So, anyway, that one's there. And maybe I'll just leave it running. You can't really see that great down there. But I just wanted to show that it was actually working. So, again, anybody interested in this copy of Star Wars Rebel Assault 2 for the PlayStation 1 console? Really sharp copy. Only $6 opening bid. Yeah, no, that's cool. Thanks, Cybrus. No, you're fine. I didn't know if anybody else would be interested in any of this stuff. Kind of a long shot anyway. Give me something to do before the thing. If you want to look at the Spyro one, man, I'll show you the Spyro one next. It's not Spyro 1. What I got here, well, actually it is. Yeah, it is Spyro 1. Sorry, it's Crash that I don't have the first editions of. Now, these are both the green label. Both green label, good condition, you know. It's Spyro the Dragon and then Spyro Year of the Dragon. You know, black disc, not resurfaced, very clean. And same thing with this one. I mean, super, super duper clean. Yeah, good luck, Adam. Adam came over right before the show started, and we got a 14M4U working. We got a board in the. We did. It was the one that I don't know if you guys have seen the videos about the load. Again, we'll go ahead and start the bidding, and then on this thing, and I'll start talking about what Adam did when he came over here. The bundle for Spyro. I mean, it's $10 for these two. Again, very clean, starting at $10. If anybody wants to bid, $10. So Adam came over and brought over a power supply that we had bought off eBay for $100. Well, it's a $10 bid, so Cybrus, you just put $10 in there, and then if nobody else bids any higher than that, and just put $10 down there, yeah. And then if anybody wants to bid, they could bid 11 or something. But if they don't, then you can get them for $10, okay? But so just let me tell this a little bit. But yeah, he came over. We got this 14M4U that was missing a power supply in it. And we bought one from Save on Pat on eBay, and so we installed it today. Yeah, they're good games, like I said. And yeah, Save on Pat put he rebuilt the board. It was only $100 for the whole power supply unit rebuilt for it, shipped. And we found it last week and bought it. And it was just 3 or 4 hookups and fired it up. It did sound funny right to begin with, but then it didn't sound good. It sounded funny to begin with. After a little bit, it started working. All right, so this is going to be it. I mean, one more minute, $10. Cybrus is going to be running me out of a good gaming collection here. So chance to get it for $10. Okay, I'm going to go 30 more seconds. And I'm also going to take this game out of there, by the way. All you have to do is bid more than $10, or it's going to go to Cybrus as soon as I get this game out and put it back. Otherwise, if people just want to skip to it, we can do some Q&A and just get to wait till the auction for the PVMs in, too. All right, that's it. You got them, man. $10, great deal. All right, write that down. So, your Patreon member will take care of that later. All right. So let me know. Does anybody want to bid on anything else? Hey, Donald. I'm located in Gallatin, Tennessee, which is just a little bit north of Nashville. And I do have a shop as well as a professional business that I have an office leased out. Not for this Retrotech, but it's my office for other things. So I always meet people there too. So yeah, again, let's take a second to say that when it comes to those auctions, all right, Brandon, sure, okay. When it comes to those PVM auctions, you can come pick things up in Tennessee, even if you're a little bit away. You can come make a road trip of it. I've got these, if anybody's interested. Yeah, I mean, honestly, those two copies. I mean, they're really in the greed copies. They're about twice that value. Really good. I mean, you could sell them for twice that. The Spyros, uh, they're good to hold on to basically now, kind of. But I've got Tomb Raider 1 and 2. Again, they're kind of the same thing as like Spyro, you know, not not too shabby. Got this bundle here. This is a $9 bundle if you want to pick up Tomb Raider. Childhood memories, I know, right? Tomb Raider 1 and 2, Lara Croft, right? Pixelated babbage here. Hey, Storm, thanks for showing up. All right, Brandon, we got $9 bid on this. Again, these are real clean copies. Yeah, polygonal babbage. For these two, you can see they're real shiny. I mean, there's a tiny little ding, you know, not all the way through crack right on this one, but other than that, they're super clean, the boxes. And then, so bids at $9. If you want to go higher than that, you know, just put 10 in there. But otherwise, I mean, to be honest with you, this was mostly picked up from a couple collections I picked up that I just figured I'd pass on the savings to other people too. I'm not, obviously at that price, I'm not really making anything, but I am making enough to, you know, get rid of them. $9. This is Eidos Interactive. It's what made them famous. Okay. Brandon, I'll write you down. If no one else wants to. Man, Voodoo 3DFX. I remember having to spend tons of money to get a computer that would play anything back in the day. Whew. That's some more projects I'll be getting into in the future, is some more computer stuff, since we've already got the monitors figured out. Okay, Brandon, I'm going to stop it there. $9. You got it. Write you down for the sold. So we got Spyro and Tomb Raider sold. Thank you, guys. Yeah, it's no big deal. Trust me. I priced them basically at pretty much $1 more than what I paid for them. Just so you guys know. I've got some more singles here in case anybody wants any of these. These are some kind of interesting ones. Nothing too great, but some kind of cool titles. We'll look at them. We'll see. I don't know. You got about 40 more minutes to wait to see on that PVM, which is good luck. Like I say, I mean, you're gonna get anybody who gets, if it's less than $200 and you get a PVM that's been recapped, it's 13 inches. It's pretty awesome. It's RGB. Can't beat that. I saw people selling other ones. All right, so first off, driver, First driver. Again, real clean edition. I did look this up. You know, this one's decent. I mean, $12 to $15 game on eBay in this condition, and it will actually sell. I looked at sales prices like from April. And so, driver, $5 if anybody's interested. $5. I'll pull up another one too. Well, I've got this one at. Someone could say if they have any interest in the original driver. If not, it's okay. We can move on to the other thing here. This is some kind of like race car trucking game, Hooters Road Trip. They're just odd one that came with a collection. And this one again is about $10, $15 if you're good. Good day. Maybe $10 to $12. And this one's only a $4 opening bid. So we got $4 or $5. Anybody interested? Yeah, I know, right? Some Black Label PlayStation 1. This one's actually from Hooters was from 2002, and this one's from 1999. So these aren't the beginning titles, so they probably have a little bit better graphics. This was just like a road trucking game. All right, so no worries. If anybody has any interest in them, let me know. I know somebody, Brandon, you said you were interested in Qbert? If you want the Qbert game, who said they were interested in Qbert? It's $3 if you want it. It's a pretty good game. I think it's worth like 8 or 9. Just the Qbert by himself? Lonely Qbert? Brandon, you wanted it for $3? Okay, I'll put it in with your other stuff. All right. Let me write that down. All right. Let's see, none of the other stuff's going. Anybody like, now again, these are just, got Frogger 1 and 2. Just some good old-fashioned arcade games. Actually, these are updated, kind of a little bit more fun. A lot more fun than the originals. More clean copies. If anyone is interested, the Frogger bundle is a lot like the Tomb Raider bundle, a $9 bundle, 1 and 2. These games together are worth at least, over $20 together in this condition. Started at $9 if anyone's interested. Just let me know in the comments. A $9 bid opening. Anybody? All right, Brandon. $9. Anyone else have any interest in Lovely Frogger? And Swampy's Revenge is the name of the other title. Brandon, I think you're going to about buy my whole collection here. Last call for Frogger. Anyone? All right. I'm going to call it here in another 10 seconds for Frogger. Or Brandon can have it. All right, that's it. Man, you guys are Brandon, you're getting some great deals on this stuff. All right. Put that in your pile. Sold. Okay. So, I do have, well, before I go anymore, I do have these things. I do have these controllers, if anybody's interested. I don't know. Brandon, if you're interested in these controllers, they're both original, really great shape. The first one's not analog. Let me know. Oh, I have the controller bundle at $9 as well. It's a steal. These things sell all day on eBay for $10 a pop. But just want to throw it out there. If you want it, $9 for the pair, starting bid. If not, we can skip right past them. But if you're looking for a set of OEM, nice shape, non-yellowed, non-cracked controllers, this is a great deal on them. Rubber bands included. Look how long these cables are. I mean, if I took this out, this is probably longer than, it's probably 8-foot cable on these old school controllers. All right, Tyler, you want to bid $9 for them? Hey, thanks. All right, I got a $9 bid from Tyler. If anybody else is interested, you could bid $10. If not, Tyler can get them. Yeah, I know. I know what you mean. DualShock's the way to go. Some of the games, it's funny, that don't even support it, though, in this original one. Plus, they really look cool. I mean, they're more of like a nostalgia showpiece, like the way they look. I'm kind of surprised that that PlayStation Classic was such a piece of junk that made these use this style of controller when they had the DualShock. The DualShock, you know, if you're wondering, that's this later version with the little analog things. All right. Well, Tyler, I'm going to put you down, man. Thanks a bunch for the controllers. $9 sold. Tyler M. All right, let's take that one off. And I do have two more bundles here. And so this first one I'll probably just put up. Yeah, they are kind of like a dog bone shape. They are. It's kind of funny that SNES reference when there was supposed to be a SNES and PlayStation together in one originally. So I'll put on one of these Crash games. This is not Crash 1. This is like a Warped and a Crash 2. Now, Crash 2 is actually a really great game. A lot of fun, still even to this day. And it looks fantastic on a 240p. So if you don't have this, this is probably one of the better games. It's playable besides the Spyro games. I mean, all the games are playable, but this one's one of the better ones. These two, this is a $10 starting bid if anybody's interested. I'm gonna leave this sitting over here for a minute, and maybe if I can get it somewhere in view, I'll put one of these games in. And if anybody has, we could maybe kill some time with some things, some questions I got or something this week from viewers. I'll try to think of some interesting ones. I obviously put out that video about the bezels, because I got a couple people that did ask me about bezels. I think it's a pretty good question, too. So again, $10 if anyone's interested in Crash Warped and Crash 2 Neo Cortex. Got that. That's what's going on right now. It's down here. One of them is in this game. But anyone interested? $10 starting bid. PlayStation 1 Classics. Chance to get them here cheaper than anywhere. All right. Well, maybe somebody will change their mind in a minute here, because we still got a little bit of time to kill before the auction ends. I don't think anybody else has bid on it in the last few hours. And so, yeah. You can see they're still looking great. I mean, I've been running them all day just to get them warmed up and make sure that they look good. All right, so since I did that today, that's what I'm adding. So I'm still, well, I'll just talk a little bit while we're here. I've been working on cap kits again for the monitors. So I've got a perfected cap kit for this 1351Q with both the power supply as well as the geometry caps. And the total number is, I think it's 25. Oh, thanks, Sheldon, for the super chat. But the total, so the total caps between 25 and 30 for both the boards. And it's really going to eliminate a lot of the problems. A lot of people, if you ever have a CRT or especially a PVM where you get a throbbing image consistently or jitteries on the side, and this is a little bit more in depth of what I did in my video tutorial, but that's generally a sign that the capacitors are bad in the power supply. And the good thing is it's actually easier to change the power supply. It's easier to change the power supply caps than it is the ones on the main board. And I'll show you that in the video. Sheldon, who's your team? I don't know about the Titans crushing any quarterbacks. It's been a long time since we've actually crushed one. Maybe since we've actually got a defensive lineman, but he's going to be a while from starting. Yeah, I don't know, Tyler. I've actually got those. The only Ikagimis I've got in my shop is horizontal jitter that won't go away. Then it's probably the same power supply. So what I'd say is this. Look, I'll give you the hints or the secrets to how I put together my cap kits. So I do two things. I actually take the boards out. And no joke, this is what I did for this one. I'll show it to you. It should be right in here. But I took the caps, or yeah, see, so I go through the manual too. If you go and find the actual service manual for your monitor, like on the CRT Reddit, now some of them you can't find. I couldn't find the manual for the 1351, the full service manual, so I actually had to take it apart and read all the caps off to myself. But I read them off the board and wrote every single one of them down. This is all the power supply ones, and this is all the ones down here that that are in the geometry board caps. So that's one full page of caps. I will warn you that some of these, now these are all, and then I go through and I make an order sheet of these caps. And what I do is I just get the same value on these caps. There's a couple that are changed, and that's how I have to build them myself for everything. You know, or you could go in and you could get them straight out of the manual or the reading them off the board. And what I'm going to do, though, I've got two Ikagimis here that I'm going to Frankenstein together one good monitor because one of the tubes is burnt to garbage. It's just terrible. So I'm going to replace the capacitors in it. And also pretty much, I mean, all the capacitors are going to be changed in it. And it's going to have to, because it's from 1987. And it has all kinds of issues on the screen. It'll be a great before and after, and it's just it's in such bad shape right now. I'm just afraid it won't actually I don't know if it'll actually work. All right, Brandon, thanks for bid on Crash. It's $10. Can bad caps dim the tube? 14 has the brightness turned all the way up. Now, if your brightness is turned all the way up, did you get inside and turn up the flyback brightness on your? What model CRT do you have, Cybrus, that's dim? Because it can be dim if the flyback's pretty much worn out. If the flyback wears out, it can be a dimmer picture. You just not get enough current, or quick enough current into your tube. So Brandon's got another bid here for 10 for Crash. If anybody wants to bid it up, I'm going to keep it open for another couple minutes since I don't have any other stuff. I have one more bundle of games that hasn't been shown yet. Yeah, it's a 14N5U, and I've actually got something I think close to that. Similar build out right now, 14L1 maybe, that's pretty similar to it over in my shop I'm looking at. You need to, if it's dim, and you can't get into. There is a service menu, or there is a service menu for that you could go in and adjust sub brightness and sub contrast up some, and make sure that they're turned up to a reasonable level. You don't want them tuned all the way up. Sometimes too, though, you have to get in the back of your flyback and turn up. There's a brightness or a screen. Will say screen on there, and sometimes if you can't find it on the back of the flyback, it's been rerouted through a little cable up to the back of the neck board. There'll be a little potentiometer usually on the back of the neck board, and it'll say screen. And then that's even nicer because you could usually just stick a screwdriver in the back of the neck board and just turn it a little bit, and it'll turn the brightness actually up on the screen. And then you could adjust that. Try that if you have not tried that. Yeah, that one is like one of the real lower end, the N5U. I've had a 20 N5U before. It's not bad, but it's not easy to adjust. There's only like 4 buttons on the front of that one if I don't forget. Hey, Alex. Snowy looking artifacts on the left-hand side of the picture and is all black in that location. Well, yeah, the problem with 2030 is there's so many capacitors in there. Usually if there's some kind of distortion, it's either because you might have a connection problem in your cables or in the back of the PVM's input board. Now, I have had PVM boards on the 2030 that are the actual input boards that some of the inputs just stopped working properly. It's such an old monitor. And I even went in and replaced the capacitors, and I still couldn't get it to work again. And I don't know if that was because I didn't replace the 5,000 capacitors inside the main monitor. That one has a ton of capacitors, usually. I mean, if it's like a 90s one. Gosh, 37 inches. Man, Brandon, that's a monster. Okay, Brandon, I'm going to go ahead and just call it, man. You get the crash ones. Unless anybody else wants to. Last call. $10 bid for Crash Bandicoot and Crash Bandicoot 2 and Warped. That's a good. So, Brandon, you got all the bundles pretty much except for the Spyro bundle and the controllers. I got Tyler M down for that. Now, if you guys let's see, I'll turn this one off and take it out. Put the last bundle here, and then we'll just kind of hang out for a little bit. Is this countdown? I'll go check and see if anybody's placed any other bids on those monitors. And if not, then we'll look at something else. But I got 2 more. Actually, I got 2 more single games over here. All right, Tyler, sorry. So to bid on the monitors, if you look in the description of this live stream, or if you look at the tags, if you look at the tags, if there's a tag or a card on this video, there should be, but it might not be since it's live. If you look in the description here, there should be a link to each one of the videos. And then let me go ahead and take a quick look here and see because I've taken it and turned it to see whether let's see how many bids are actually on those videos. You have to go to the video for the monitor, which will say auction item number 1 and auction item number 2. And so just making sure that we'll see what the comments are. I pinned the highest bid. It's $185 by Cybrisk, who's here. And remember, if you're not a page, oh wait, hang on. We got another bid. We got 2. Oh man, a bunch of people bid 195. Okay, Cybrisk, you're ahead of me, man. I'm sorry. So what I'm seeing here is 195 from Cybrisk 20 minutes ago. And guys, I'm sorry. Now I'm seeing a 200 from Arethea. Okay, so $200 is the bid that it's at right now. And I can't Just 4 minutes ago was the last bid. It's currently at $200 for the 1351. So yeah, just go on there and you can add a comment. Now, please, everybody, please remember, if you haven't watched the videos, no, I'm not selling the PS1 LCD screen, at least not right now. That's one took me a while to get. But yeah, so if you want to bid on it, you got to go to that video and bid on it. And again, I'll be checking it in about 15 minutes, just watching to see. But please, if you are not on the Patreon, just remember there is a $15 surcharge on top of your bid. So I'm sorry that that's been since the beginning of this stuff, and everybody should know that. But if you're on Patreon, you're cool. You don't have to pay the $15 surcharge. That's just for the monitors, the 2 monitors. That's the only thing that works, and that's just so I can add an additional benefit to those people who support me on Patreon. There's a lot of people who help out that way, and this is more of about me trying to give back to them too. Yeah, I'm sorry. I have a very small here. Someone was asking, is it? All right. Someone was asking if I was considering a Discord server. I think it's Pool or Kel. I'm sorry. I can't see it very well from where I'm sitting. I have been thinking it. Yeah. This is, again, the first try. So, Kelsey, thank you. Sorry about that. Yeah, so I have been thinking about that. So, yeah, I mean, Discord seems to be a more popular thing for people, and I think it would be good to have a decent Discord server for CRTs. And so, that would be a good idea. I appreciate the tip. I'm actually just, this is the first time I've tried this, so I thought I would try it, but, it would be probably a whole lot easier to do it like that. We'll try the next time. I need to get Discord server. Again, I do have other monitors that I'm trying to rebuild, and as I rebuild them, anything that's 14 and 8 inches will eventually be put out for auction. That's the way it'll be. And then 20 inches will be, I have to keep those exclusively for Patreon members right now for the 20-inch ones. I do have a couple of those coming available later this year too. Yeah, all right, I got a Croc bundle here. Croc bundle. This is 1 and 2. Now let me look and see if I can get you guys a decent value. I did check the value on these. Croc, it's a $10 game. Croc 2. And Croc 2 is a little bit rarer. It's a black border. It's a $15 game. So, I mean, I can start this bundle at $10. This is a steal for anybody to get, especially this Croc 2 and Croc 1. I mean, $10 if you want to start the bid at $10. Yeah, I think it's great, Kelsey. I want to do something more like this. I'd like to, I'd like to get more people involved and hopefully, be able to offer things like this. This is a pretty good deal. I'm sure somebody would eventually be looking for these kind of games or something and get them for a low price. It's great. And then the monitors, they're just like kind of the keep people engaged too. And it would give them a chance to bid more real time. So anybody interested in the Croc bundle, $10 for Croc 1 and 2. Again, this is my last little bundle here. I have a couple of other single games maybe, but the bundle here. 14 inches are great. They're really fun. I mean, they're real durable. They're not too big. They don't take up a lot of space. You can move them around. And really easy to set up. I mean, these things, that's what I'm saying. These guys, it's like 1354, 1351, 1353, 14 M's. If you get these and they're rebuilt in good condition, then they're great because they accept like all types of sync. Like there's some monitors that I don't know how many of you have had to deal with this, but some of them they're picky about like sync, and then if you don't have, then you find out that you actually don't have the right sync voltage traveling down. That's still something I've been working on, and eventually I need to do some more work on and videos on. But the sync problem sometimes with some monitors, it's really it's not always there, but it's there enough that it gives you trouble. Yeah, that's Raymond's the only one I don't have. I did have some other crazy ones. I tell you, I always go to, I mean, you guys know I always go to my Goodwill, and a lot of these things I found at Goodwill, and they always just throw a $3 price tag on them. So sometimes you just get them, and you're like, well, whatever, they're like worth $5, $10. But the best one I ever found in there was an actual copy of Diablo. Somebody actually turned in the Diablo Black Label #1, and they sold it to me for $3 complete. That's the only one I'm keeping that one because it's a hard one to get. It's worth like $75 now. All right. Well, guys, we're getting closer down. Yes, the left coast. I think you are. I forgot to even mention you because I didn't go to the 8-inch PVM auction. But I don't see anybody putting a new comment on there. So you're winning that one, my friend. 10 more minutes. Well, 14 more minutes. Yeah. I mean, this is fun. It's good chance for me to clear up some room, too, so I can get some more work done. I've got some people here locally who want me to work on CRTs for them. A couple of patron members who are actually in town, and they want me to work on like their consumer televisions. I haven't had the room, but now I will if I can get rid of some back stock, and we can have fun doing it. All right, guys. So I mean, the Crocs here. That's it. So yeah, man. See, Goodwills, they don't really. So my Goodwill will carry some electronics, but nothing like CRTs anymore. Um, the best place. What do you want to tell Adam? Adam, who he might not be in here anymore, but Adam is the man when it comes to there's some people who get real creative. He actually called news. He emailed and called TV studios, and that's where these came from. Is a TV studio where the guy just said, "Oh yeah, I happen to have one," but it was like one person out of goodness. I don't know how many. If he's in here, he can tell you how many people it took him to find that one. Like, he probably had to put out 50 feelers to people. But I will tell you, yeah, how many people did you have to contact, Adam, to get that one to call you back or answer? That's an interesting question. Are you going to put the $10 bid on this, Brandon, really? Yeah, 2 or 3 weeks of calling. And then, the condition on these things before we got them, I mean, that's the good thing is if, hey, look, guys, if you are in my area or if you ever come across a large load of PVMs and you don't know what to do with them, I mean, you can always contact me. We could do something. This is what Adam did, and we got him over here, and now we're working out this. He's being nice enough, too, to say, hey, I just want these things to be, have somebody to have them, and then whatever monies come in, then he gets a big portion of that too. So that's a shout out to him especially for doing that. And okay, Brandon, you got him $10 for Croc too. All right. Make sure I take that out. But yeah, it takes a lot of work. And then you get them, and like I said, half of them were a mess. So we get the pump monitors in the shop here, and like it was crazy because I mean, if you go back, you can watch the haul video. I did it like 3 weeks ago, and so in the haul video, he brought the monitors over, and we figured out that for some reason, whoever was managing this monitor. They had a little bit of monitors. They had, what was it, like 7 or 8 monitors, all pretty much 14 inches for the most part, one small one. And they were crazy. They had the shells taken off them. They weren't even taken off them right. It was like they'd taken the rivets out and the screws out and left the back shielding on, but taken the metal off. And it was all to get one power supply out of the 14M4U, which thankfully we replaced today. But that's what it was. And he took all these other monitors apart that weren't anything like that, and then obviously didn't have what he needed. Whoever took the parts out didn't need, and he's just like, oh well, I don't need this, so I'll just leave it here. But yeah, if you are on the hunt in your area, try them. What else was it? Like schools, you can always try schools. Try recycling facilities if there is any recycling facility that recycles CRTs, and yeah, a lot of universities at least have one or two for some reason. Again, at government auctions. So if you find that you have a city near you with a government auction, guys, we're under 10 minutes to go. Let's see if I can get you an update, if anything's changed. Thanks again, everybody who's been in here tonight watching the live stream. And we'll get a quick update and check on the notifications. Okay, Wolver. We got a Wolver WLVER 2 minutes ago, put a bid of 205 on, okay? So Wolver is in the lead for 205. Again, if you guys want to, I'm going to pin that right now. If you guys want to come pick it up, that's available. Shipping's obviously available too. Shipping is not included in this price. I hope everybody just knows that too. That was explained in there. I just make double check. Everybody knows that shipping and packing is a little bit more. Usually it costs about $25 to $30 to pack, maybe 25. I hope I can get at least 25, no more. I'm gonna try to. I don't want to cut on any materials. I never do that, but I try to make sure that I can get the best deals I can on materials. But it'll be double boxed and shipped properly, and that's about $25 usually for that. And then shipping rates are they vary, but if you're within like 10 hours or less of Tennessee drive, you're looking at, for the 14-inch, probably $35 shipping fee, maybe $40. So it's like, you look at like 60 to plus. Now, if you're far away on like the other side of the country or something like that, then obviously the rates go up. Yeah, that's cool. I think that I've never seen a 5-inch. It's funny. It's only one of the ones I've never run into in person. We're getting close to the nitty-gritty here. And just keep going. Well, Kelsey, I mean, if you not if you went ahead and paid for the PVM, you can hold it. I mean, I can hold it for you for however long to pick it up if you want. It doesn't matter. And again, I'm doing this goods and services, so you guys are covered for anything on PayPal, just for your peace of mind, because I will insure a delivery too. That'll be insured and packed properly. And so if anything happens, then yeah. But you could definitely come and schedule that. I'm not like, again, I live here, and my shop is next to my house, but office is in Gallatin. That's where I live. So all these stuff are around me. And if you bought one and couldn't make it here for a while, then you don't have to worry about it. I will let you know that I am, and this will be some videos coming in the future. I am going to Philadelphia soon to deliver the 2950Q, like I talked about last week. Oh yeah, you're gonna love this, Left Coast. I'm actually an insurance agent. Like auto, home, life, and business insurance. I've owned my own insurance agency now for, goodness, over 10 years, 11 years. And so when things are slow for that, I work on my retro tech stuff. And I have a family too. I have 2 kids and a wife and 2 dogs. And that's a little bit of interesting stuff for everybody to know about me. Let me do one more check here of any bids. Not seeing anything new. Yeah, actually, I'm with farmers, so they're the other ones where they go, "We are farmers." Blah, 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 blah. Yeah. So, like, that's a funny thing is I know all about like dangerous circumstances, and I see like the worst things that happen, and so that somebody that's like an insurance guy by day and then sticks his hands in CRTs and discharges them by night. It's pretty good. Daytime, nighttime gig. Still, let me go back and check. We're on 3 minutes. About to end. Two claims. Wow. I actually had my own self-acclaim today. I had a dang bird. Listen to this. I have a Jeep, and a bird flew into my air conditioner condenser, poked a hole in the thing, and it was 2 days after I got it serviced. And yeah, I had just finally got my car back today. They had it Monday to today. The bird flew in there. I had to pay $100 because it poked a hole in the condenser, and I just had the condenser replaced and serviced within the last couple months. Let me go check this one more time on the 13. Gosh, auto and home. Wow. All right. Hang on, guys. I'm looking to see if anybody I'm not seeing any new bids other than Cybrisk 215. I'm sorry, guys. It looks like I'm a little bit behind. Andrew G. Gosh. I'm sorry, guys. Definitely going to have to do next time. We're going to have to do it on a. Is everybody here that's bidding? I mean, I see like 3 or 4 people here that are bidding. Because it's coming down to it. The highest one right now is 215 from what I see from Cybrisk. So if you're going to go over Cybrisk's 215, please, we're going to have to move this over to this chat right now, okay? So as of right now, what I see is a $60 bid from the Left Coast 13 on the smaller PVM, okay? And this is coming up. Andrew G bid 220, okay? So we're going to move. If you're in here, this is where the bids have to move to in here now because I can't keep up with it fast enough. We're going to keep it going until people say they're basically done. Andrew G right now says he's 220. If anybody, I'm doing 225 Cybrisk. Okay, 225. All right, guys. Cybrisk 230. Once it hits 8 o'clock, I'm not seeing anybody else bid. So Left Coast, it looks like you got the 8041Q. Last call on 8041Q. Last call. 8041Q, $60. That's it. This one, 8041Q, $60. Okay. All right, that's it. That's done. It's yours. Left Coast. Okay. Cybrisk 2:30 for the 1351 cube. Let's just, I'm going to be fair, just hit 8 o'clock. And if anybody else is, look, if you're done, don't worry about it. Just say out, or please, if you're done, if you don't want to go over 2:30, just say, if you're out. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Andrew. Okay, all right, out. Cybrus. All right, great. That's everybody. It looks like that was bidding. Cybrus, congratulations, $230. And so, you can hey guys, if you want any auctions tonight, you contact me later. You can either use this email right here. This is actually, see, I told you, Farmers Insurance. This is my Farmers Insurance Agency email address. That's my PayPal address. So you can either email me at this one or at the other one, or if you're a Patreon member, you can direct message me through Patreon. If you bought other things, Brandon, again, I know you got, obviously, Cybrus, you got just you got the monitor, right? And the 2 games. So that's cool. All right, awesome. Patreon. The only person, are you still in here, Brandon? Brandon, if you're not still in here, then just, I hope you contact me through either email or, you can, again, if you want to add up. Okay. So I'm sorry, Brandon, are you, I haven't checked Patreon in a while. Are you on the Patreon, or are you just a regular? I just want to know for shipping. If you're on there, you might get free shipping. If not, then don't worry about it. So Brandon, if you want to, whatever's easiest for you, if you want to shoot me an email through here. If you're not on Patreon, that's fine. Just shoot me an email. I'll email you back. It looks like you've got all those bundles, and it's only 18 plus 20, 38. 38 plus 3. So you're at $41, and that's if you just want to send me. I'll put it all in a priority box for you. Just give me 10 more bucks on top of that, or $9. It's 4 to 6 games, right? Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Actually, you got a couple more. 7, 8, 9. I'm gonna have to get a box for you. So, just send me. It'll be $56 for all of them. No problem. Yeah, I'll message you, Cybrus, or hey, Cybrus, send me a new message if you want to, or reply to me to your last one, and then we'll get things coordinated for that. Yeah, thank you, Tyler. If you just want to, again, $9 for the controllers and then $7 for shipping. I'm sorry if you don't want them. I understand. If you didn't know about the shipping, if you do, then it'll be $16. Okay. All right, everybody, thanks a bunch, man. I really appreciate everybody tuning in. It's been a long hour. And look, I've got more PVMs. It'll probably be a couple weeks at the earliest, maybe 3 weeks before I'll have another auction ready. Yeah, thanks. I'll do some more live streams. I'd like to do more live streams for Q&As. I'll figure out an exact time. It won't be this week, but maybe in a week or two. Yeah, thanks. Thanks for showing up, Kelsey. Thank you, everybody, for showing up and hanging out. And yep, S. Nutter. Have a good night, everybody. That's snutter@farmersagent.com. And that's the PayPal address. If anybody wants to go ahead and send a PayPal for their stuff, they can. If not, then I'll send me an email at this email too, and I will email you back by tomorrow. Okay, everybody? I've got all your stuff written down. Thanks again, everybody. And again, good night. Thanks for hanging out. I'll look for you on the next, or look for us on the next video. Have a great night. And again, I'll just see you next time.